are diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good early afternoon. Good late afternoon. Good evening to the rest of you. Or good morning. Who knows? For you, it might be morning. Maybe you're in Hawaii. It's still morning time. And if so, well, good morning. Good fucking morning to you. Switch that out. Hey, 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 hey is for horses. Hey, hey, hey. Oh. Something's going on because I keep going to AA meetings and there are people that do not like me. Oh, it's a little humorous. It's a little humorous. Hey, Leisure, good to see you. Amber, good to see you. All my friends are showing up. All 5 of them. I think I'm up to about 4 or 5 friends now. Man, there's crazy shit going on in the recovery industry, and yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. I'll give you an example. I was at a meeting earlier. It's the 10 o'clock meeting, and there's no timer. And I'm usually pretty good about this time, but I think I've been going on for about 3 minutes, and so he sent me a private message, and it was a clock like I had hit time. Right? They don't have their camera on, nor did they bother to share it all. And I know what it was. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name's Dion. I tend to think I'm a fine Earl Grey, but yeah. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I tend to tell the fucking truth here, and well, I tell the truth anywhere I go, and a lot of people don't like it. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. You see, I'm the guy that's been taking everybody's money away. And when somebody's used to being lackadaisical and living on a certain lifestyle, and I take that away, well, then the resentments started. You know, I wrote it back and said, are you going to share? Or are you just a time Nazi? And they said, oh, it was just a gentle reminder. A gentle reminder. Okay. I don't know why everybody's mad at Trump right now, but it is kind of all I see too. It's I understand that people are angry. Maybe that's part of it too. They're mad at the world, and I tend to, I have to put up with other people's voting also, and I don't know enough about politics. I have to say that I keep away from putting any kind of political stuff or talking about it because I don't want to hear the fucking bullshit from other people. That's why. Because a lot of it's just inane. We can only see things from our perception, from our experience, what we've been through. Sure, we can throw some empathy in there and try to understand. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing that I've been running around telling people though, and that's why it's ticking people off. I'm like, you don't need these programs, okay? Let me tell you something. There is not one. There is one decent treatment center in Colorado. One, only one. If if a treatment center has a detox, do not use it. Don't use it. You know, recovery has become big business. And we're being fucking abused. We're being abused. Even the Ann Shoots, which is supposed to be our more of a liberal. I mean, how many times do you see, oh, come use CBD and shrooms to cure your alcoholism and things like that. So but I'm a truth seeker. What are you saying here, Leisure? It's easier for people to complain and be upset about things. Yeah, and people do. They struggle to find the good, but I've found that there are the people that bitch, and then there are the people that actually fucking do something about it. Right? There just is, and there's people that do about it because really, when it comes down to people, our only concern is whatever's affecting us. We don't give a fuck if it's affecting someone else. Nobody thinks of that stuff. Well, we do that here. We think of other people. Most people that listen to me have a servant's heart, man. Not only do they have a servant's heart, but they understand that seeking truth is where it's at because we don't want to run around being a bunch of fucking liars anymore. Because what we do and what I say here has the power to fucking kill people. Yeah. And the way I see it is these people that are body brokering and committing Medicaid fraud, and they're no better than the fentanyl dealers. They're no better than a drug dealer in my eyes and should be put in jail. Okay. See, there's a new thing that's kind of sweeping. It's sweeping through the recovery industry in Colorado, and it's responsible for our resources. And it's pissing people off. Welcome to Dion's recovery. Yeah, I do things very quietly. I know I talk out loud and I say a lot of things. I do. There's a lot of things that I keep quiet, man. I talk about that all the time. I brought up a couple of them. Like, I'm the one that got the money for the fucking detox. I don't fuck what anybody says. That was me. Okay. I collected $3.1 million just by being an ass. Sometimes I have to be a dick. Sometimes I have to get dangerous. Sometimes I do have to fight. If if we want to get anything done, if and right now, hey, this year is going to be great for Colorado. It's going to be great. Why? Because all the predators are running around with their heads up their ass trying to find money, and they're going to try and take your money. I guarantee it. They're going to try and take your fucking money next because there's no more government money, and they still need to go Hawaii. They still they still need to go out there and live their best life. I don't know yet, Amber. I don't know yet. I haven't been an ass today. I haven't been. You know, yesterday, when a guy interrupted me telling me good luck on something, I handled it with a pretty good class, man. I did. I wanted to rip him a new one, but there's only so much that I could do, or there's only so much tolerance. I only have so much patience and tolerance, and if it goes past that, oh, I will say something. But dong, you're up one, are you? Did you fire someone? Did you fire someone? Uh, um, there's something a lot of It's just, it gets weird, man. You know, because people have this conception, you know, of certain things. So I've been doing a little bit of digging. I finally kind of went and dug into my stats, right? And I didn't know this. I did not know this. I got hundreds of people listening, not thousands, but hundreds of people listening to me. I'm I'm a little shocked. I mean, I thought maybe 30, 40, but it's closer to like 400 people, man. I'm yeah, if I get all my stats in one place, that'd be kind of nice. But between the podcast and the live, I mean, I got 4,000 videos, thousands and thousands of views. No, I'm not some, I'm going to take off. I'm not going to make any, I'm not going to make anything that's going to go viral. I can guarantee you that. There's no reason. They should let the migrants hunt the predators. I'm going to tell you how I feel on some of these things when it comes to the migrants and it's hard, man. You know, when I do something illegal, you know what happens? I go to jail. I go to jail. That's what happens. When I do something wrong, when I do something illegal, there's a consequence to that. You know, is it right? Is it fair all the time? No, it's not. No, it's not. You know, um, but this is the way I kind of see it is this is America has a lot of big fucking problems. Yep. Now, when it comes down to you and me, can't transmit something that you don't have, right? So, therefore, how in the fuck are we going to take care of these people when we can't even handle our fucking homeless that we have right now? See, we got to get our own shit in order. If we want to be a country that actually helps people and wants other people to come in because that's what we're based on to live the American dream, then we got to get our own fucking shit together because we don't. We don't. And making drug dealers terrorists is absolutely correct. Yes, it is. And the predators that abuse the people, okay, intentionally abusing people and in a mental capacity is called terrorism. So therefore, these predators out there doing this, they are also in my book terrorists. And I will, and there's a line that's going to be red, that's going to be there, and it's a big red fucking line. And if you cross it, then you're fucked. And that's the way I see it. Okay. Adams County was just they're like, Dion, you need to make a decision on whether you're going to put your name on everything that we just did. And I made the decision to say, and I'm like, yes, please go ahead and put it on there, Trudging Together, because if nothing else, it'll keep some of the predators out. Now, I wasn't going to do it because I don't need credit. I don't. But everywhere I'm going, people are like, oh, you're on Trudging Together. You're Trudging Together. And I am. I'm Trudging Together. No, I'm not. I'm the owner of Trudging Together, but that is where it stops. That is where it stops. We are Trudging Together. Trudging Together is a community effort at all times. The podcast, the Raw Recovery, the lives, none of it would be possible if it was just Dion. No way. No way. Now, I brought some things and people like to say stuff here. So let's get to that too. Got to get our shit together and get out of debt. I agree with that. And I think we can all agree. See, there's landing points of things that we can all agree on. Okay. But when anger is the driving force, it will never get solved because you'll only go after what you want and will not think about that. Right. They can stay a year for every predictor they bound. Now we're having some fun, and we're allowed to have fun here, okay? Because we got it. The lady that asked me about the shirt now thinks we're friends. Okay, see, the shirts are doing something. It's making an effect, and I'm just one guy with a shitty camera. Oh, it's a decent camera with really good internet connection because you need a good upload when you do this. But all I do is run my mouth. It's all I've been doing. But when I come here, we're going to get to something. We're going to have hard conversations. We're going to have them because if we can't have them, if we can't have them out loud, then what we are is a bunch of weak fucks and we will fail. And it will hurt. It will hurt. And I am not going to allow it to happen, not to happen. Oh, for every predator, they bounty. Yeah, there you go. All right. You want you want to know what these predators are doing now? These recovery predators, they're going after your children. That's what they're doing next. Now they're going for the government program stuff that helps children, and that's what they're going to do next. Let's say YouTube screens the word pedo. It shouldn't. It should not. There is no word that I shouldn't be able to fucking say here. I have it marked, so we have that freedom of speech. That's bullshit. Okay. Now, if you go to the Daily Trudge and try and say certain words, it won't pop up here because you see, everybody wants to take something good, jump on the bandwagon, and fucking perverse it. And it drives me nuts. The Daily Trudge is a great place. The Daily Trudge helps a lot of people, okay? And that's God helping people, utilizing Dion. I am just a source. I am the vessel. And I'm very, very, very fucking lucky to be one. Because not everybody, even in AA, gets to do that. But this whole show started because I couldn't get out of my house because of PTSD. That's how this all started. It was anxiety. So I did the most difficult thing that I could think of without leaving the house, going live. And it puts you in a very precarious position because people can come in here and use what I say against me. And it has happened in the past. It doesn't happen very often, though. Okay. But with those mushroom people, they say certain words. So I took those words and you can't say them in the Daily Trudge. So even if they try it here, it won't pop up. And that includes the link that you use to do it. Right? Because there's a part of this where I need to stay one step ahead of the fucking bullshit. And I am. I'm always a step or two ahead of the bullshit going on out here. And I say it quite often here. I know I repeat myself. Sometimes I feel bad that I keep bringing some of the same problems up, but I also have the solutions and we're getting to them. Go live and you'll be go live and you'll become a midwife, just like Dion. I didn't say you'd be a good midwife. I just said you'd be one. Right? And what is all of this for us? Well, it's principles before personalities, man. Because now we're the kind of people, okay, you can always tell who you're kind of working with. Just ask a few simple questions. And if you see them thinking of others, and you kind of know that you're working with somebody, right? So, like, I just got this email, and I wasn't supposed to open it. I hope I didn't. I hope. Oh, well, I'm just going to change my password. And even if you hack my email, it's not going to do you any good. Right? But he got hacked. And I'm like, I can't reach this. Why is he sending me some confidential email? Because in our industry, that does happen, right? Well, I wasn't a registrant, so it didn't quite go through. It kept saying that's not your password, even though it was, and that locked me out, things like that. So I'm wondering if it was true. So after this, I'll just go change my password, right? Um, right. So I did. I called him. I'm like, and I'm sorry. I was surprised he was in my phone because I don't really remember talking to him or why, right? But we're talking. He's like, yeah, just get rid of those emails. I got hacked and stuff, and I always see that as a chance. What you everybody here that's here now is either in or has been in sales. So what did I do? Always be closing, man. I'm always closing, always. If I get a chance to bring up trudging together, I will. He's like, who am I talk to? I'm like, this is Dion. Oh, hey Dion, trudging together. He's like, oh yeah, I know what trudging together is. What is it? It was the way he said it, man. The way he said it was like, oh fuck. Like, did I do something wrong? But the fact that he even had a little guilt in his voice told me something. And I didn't even say. He's like, let's set up a meeting next week. Let's talk. We gotta get through this stuff. I'm like, yeah, we do, because and I'm just gonna say it because I don't have a better word. I have all the power right now. I I have all the fucking power, and I took it. I went and took it. I did not ask permission from anybody. Okay. And it isn't Dion's will. It isn't Dion's power. It is our power. I will not make a move. I will not do anything until I sit down with a like group of like minded people and we come up with the right decisions. Because I don't know everything, but I know other people that know the parts that I don't know. I have some great connections. Okay. And not once have I ever asked them for something like money or maybe a little bit of their time. But it's always a cohesion. It's always a cohesion, right? Well, there's a couple of things about Dion. First of all, I'm extremely transparent because there's nothing in this world that you're going to say to me that I haven't heard before. There's nothing about me that I haven't heard before. I'm very aware of Dion. I know Dion very, very well, right? My therapist loves me. She probably looks forward to meeting me because it's a relief to sit down with somebody who wants to get better. I see character building, I see pain, and I see change as a way to growth, man. And I love it. I love becoming a better person every day because then what I get to do is I get to go out there and I get to spread it around. I get to give it to other people. And it's starting to happen. Actually, it has happened. There's a meeting going on where we're going to go tour East Metro Detox. And they're writing me, they're like, hey, can this person come? Can this person come? I'm like, fuck yeah, they can. Because what that's going to do is give me an opportunity to get all those people in one place. Okay. Because the executive director of East Metro Detox, okay, he's a weak fuck. He is. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't. He's an executive director. Well, an executive director, let's find out. What is the job of an executive director? Is responsible for the day-to-day operations of an organization as well as its strategic direction. The weird thing is this. I am going to actually make his job easier, better, and a lot of other things. And he fights me on it. Right? You know, and this is, I don't want to say like it's the good old boys club, but it is where if it's Aurora Mental Health or Adams County and soon the other counties, if I say this person better fucking contact me and they better do it now, they better do it now. Or they're going to hear it from their boss because I know their boss. I've got their phone number in here. I've got the executive director from Adams County. I have her personal phone number. I'm not going to abuse that. I'm not going to abuse it. Mm-mm. You know, there's a lot of different things that still need to. I'll give you a great example of the type of communication that needs to happen. Okay, now, and I'm going to make this happen for East Metro Detox. You watch, and what I'm going to make these, because what's next on my list. See, I've already covered sober livings. Okay, they got their own mess to deal with right now. They're so busy dealing with the mess that I kind of brought everybody's attention, but they did it themselves. Now they're dealing with the consequences. Okay, so we took care of that. Recovery coaching. Well, without the sober livings and these other people, it's a mess. Yeah, recovery coaching is kind of off the table at the present moment, also. Okay, so they're busy. The detoxes we've been working on. I just got another contact yesterday so that we can get Denver Cares in on what we're doing and how we're going to do this. Okay. So what's next? The treatment centers. And I'm going to tell you now, the treatment centers in Colorado suck, suck, suck. Big, bright, blue, bouncy fucking bunny balls. And I'm going to be, this next week, after I meet with Detox on Friday, so next week, I'm going to be calling them. I'm going to. And these are going to be the questions. If I, let's say, yes, let's say I need help for my AUD, and I'll just talk their language, right? Which is alcohol use disorder. Yeah, and I need help for my AUD, and let's say I have Medicaid. How long is the bed wait going to be right now? Oh, it'll be that long. Okay. Now, if I show up sober, are you still going to take me? And they better say no, because if they don't say no, I'm not kidding you. Every week, somebody is calling me, Dion, this person tried to get into Landmark. Dion, this person tried to get into Harmony. Dion, this person fucking tried to get in. What's the other one really doing bullshit right now? Cedar. I went there. I had a bed. They said it was there, but because I showed up sober, I was not admitted. I was turned away. And you want to know what medication that would, or what insurance that is? Medicaid. They want to make their fucking money because Medicaid will actually pay them if they're in detox for 5 days and then treatment. Medicaid will pay more on that detox than it will the actual treatment. Because it's crisis. It's considered crisis. And it is a different code. It's a different code. See, these are all the little things that I know that people in AA don't quite understand. Okay. Well, that's just denying people. That is denying people. So you remember I said earlier, East Metro Detox needs to be privy to something. So when there's a Medicaid bed coming open, a treatment center needs to call one person. There needs to be one person out there that they call. Yeah, Dion, we're going to have a Medicaid bed starting on February 12th. We'll have 2 of them open. Okay, I will let that know. Hey, Dion, do you got any Medicaid beds? Not right now, but on the 12th, we got a couple coming open. See how that little bit of communication right there will bring us all together. The other problem is this: all the detoxes, all the treatment centers, all of the RCOs, and the sober livings, and the recovery coaches and the peer support, they are all in competition with each other. And never, ever, 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 ever once should recovery be considered competition, ever. When I say it has become a multi-level marketing scheme, it is no different than the way Amway is set up. No different. And I'm very familiar with multi-level marketing. I peddled to Amway for years, man. They got great products. Okay. But I utilized the products. No way I was getting into the, hey, tell your friend that I'm gonna be a platinum associate, right? Yeah, recovery coaching is not a side hustle. Recovery is not a side hustle. It's a way of life that mandates certain things in your life every day. Every day. There are some people out there that have problem drinking. Some people have a drinking problem, and the rest of us are alcoholic. Not everybody that ends up in detox is an alcoholic or addict. It's not the way it works. Okay. Not every treatment center. Okay. If you go to a treatment center, okay, you're going to be lumped in with the people that have, and you're alcoholic, you're going to be lumped in with the people that have drug problems, sex problems. See where we're already, and not only that, but then they're co ed. And that makes it even worse. Now people are falling in love, and you have something else. I don't really mind the co-ed so much as I mind mixing the different addictions together, because the process is different. The clinical process is different. When somebody is born with a mental illness and the other one is created out of trauma, the process is different. I wish it was the same. I wish it was. It would make my job so much easier. It'd make the job of plenty of people out there much easier. Okay. But you don't need treatment. You don't need it. Heck, most of the treatment that you go to now is just some kid with a bachelor's degree that's going to teach you their way of meditation, or they're going to read some inspirational thing and put their twist on it. But really, that has nothing to do with recovery or the process. People doing a 4-step while in treatment with people who are non-drinkers or people that are normal drinkers is ridiculous. Then they walk out and then they start doing what I call treatment speak. And what that means is they're just blowing smoke up your ass. Okay. But here's the biggest danger with the treatment centers right now, and it's called the Bridge the Gap program. And it is an AA program. I know. And it's very, very dangerous, because what you do is you go pick somebody up from the treatment center and take them home or wherever their next destination is, right? But what's going on is these recovery coaches, these sober living people are getting on the Bridge the Gap committee, picking them up and making them recovery coaches and starting to body broker them. Then they abuse them, utilizing AA. Now, why do they use AA? Because everybody in AA will say, well, that's an outside issue and that's not our problem. Bullshit. The fuck it ain't your problem. It is very much our problem. It is. Right. So, because of it, because I have decided, Dion's going to speak his mind, and I can tell you now, anybody that is works in recovery services that does much of anything, if they've been around for at least 3 years, they know who I am. They know who I am, and I haven't even left the house yet. I haven't even left the house yet. Wait till I get on the news. Wait until NPR asks me on. It'll happen sooner or later. Okay? I've kind of become the voice for a lot of this. Okay? There's one guy, I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe you guys can help me with this. Okay? Because I'm hearing a lot of good things about this person. And the people I'm hearing it from are people that I trust. Right? But I don't agree. Okay? And I'm going with the majority. Why am I doing that? Because Dion can quite often be wrong. Right? Yeah. Everything I've said so far, if I didn't say that's an assumption, is fact. It's just fact. And I didn't do it. The information came to me. But what it is, it's the Colorado Consortium for Prescription Drugs. And they are the people that hold on to the money that goes out to these people that blew the budget. And they're the same people that own the sober livings. They're the same people who work at CAR, which is the Colorado Authority of Recovery Residents. And the people that committed Medicaid fraud are on the board. The people that committed the Medicaid fraud are the same people that are deciding what goes on the behavioral administration website, right? And things like that. Okay. But I want to confront this guy because number one, we're supposed to be doing some legislation this year, and I haven't seen my invite, and he gave me an invite. So I'm wondering why he's ignoring me on that. Okay. And I said, what about the sober livings? He says, I don't do anything with the sober livings, but he did, but the money went to the sober living. So by proxy, motherfucker, you're involved with it. But what I want to know is who's going to pay the piper here, man? Who's going to pay the fucking piper? Because I'm going to tell you right now, okay, I called the Recovery Workforce, okay, another program put out by blah, 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 and same fucking people. And I'm like, you realize Hard Beauty, you realize Hornbuckle Foundation. And you know what this person told me? You know what this motherfucker told me? He said this, the Attorney General has supported them. The Attorney General loves them. His name is Michael Weiss, something like that. Okay. Now, I made a report 3 years ago that they were committing Medicaid fraud, and he is very fucking aware of that. And Mr. Weiss is doing nothing but taking kickbacks. He is taking kickbacks while you're out there fucking dying, while your children are dying and having overdoses on the fucking goddamn street. And he could give a fuck less what happens. How do I fight that? How do I go about that? Because if I go make a big stink, I'll disappear. I will disappear. Not of my own accord, but I'll be gone. That's what these people fucking do. I'll be suicided. You know, so how do I confront these people? Who's gonna pay the piper? Okay. And the next question is, are you going to continue giving them money after what happened? How are we going to change this? Because he wasn't even aware that the abatement money, which is under his purview, I'm the one that informed him that the money was spent on putting roofs on sober living houses. He didn't know. And I'm wondering, how do you not know? I read the same report that's given to you, that's given to everybody else. So how did you not know? Why are you not going to, is he naive? Is it too much information? Because if so, why can't the motherfucker just admit what he's done wrong so we can get it fixed? Right? Okay. But what it really comes down to is this. The government needs to get the fuck out of recovery, period. They need to get the fuck out because they are not helping us any. They are not. So I will continue to not be everybody's cup of tea because it seems to be working. It seems to be working. The right people are starting to show up. The right things are starting to happen. Absolutely. All right. I'm going to go change my email address. Seems like I got more to say, but I don't think it's going to be for here. I'll probably go live again after this just to do something a little more spiritual in AA. I might. I don't know. I kind of want to end my day. I don't get too many days off, man. And I'm just like, maybe it's better for Dion to just go watch the rest of Squid Game season 1. Honestly, what the big deal is, it's not that good of a show. I'm hoping it gets better. All right. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Leisure Amber, it is always good to see both of you. So thank you. I love you. You know I do. This is a whole line. To this day, nobody ever asked me what I mean by all of it, but that's all right. I love you. You know I do. Peace out. It's just a tagline, by the way. And have a day.